Call this meeting to order. Will you please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, can we please start with a roll call?
Council President Prince.
Here.
Councilmember McIrvin.
Here.
Councilmember O'Halloran.
Here.
Councilmember Rivera.
Here.
Councilmember Albertson. Councilmember Vaughn.
Here.
And Councilmember Perez.
Here.
Roll call, Mr. Mayor, one absent.
Mr. Mayor.
Yes, Council President.
I move we excuse the absent council member.
Second.
It's been moved by Council President Prince, second by Councilmember O'Halloran, that we excuse the absent council member. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Okay, we're going to start off tonight with a public hearing, proposed 2025-2026 biennial budget. This is the first hearing to solicit public comment.
Thank you, Mayor Pavoni. City is required to hold public hearings prior to adoption of the biennial budget and setting of the property tax levy for the coming year. This is the first of 3 public hearings. The second and third public hearings are scheduled for October. The first public hearing is an opportunity for stakeholders to provide input prior to the development of the 2025-2026 biennial budget. This public hearing has been appropriately noticed. Additional details regarding the city's current budget and budget process can be found on the city's website.
All right, do we have any questions? We don't have anybody signed up. Is there any correspondence?
I received no correspondence, Mr. Mayor.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Council President.
move we close the public hearing.
It's been moved by Council President, second by Councilmember O'Halloran, that we close the public meeting. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. All right, the public hearing is closed. Thank you. Next is the administrative report.
All right, good evening, everyone. Surface Water Utility is accepting public comment on draft revisions to the 2024 Stormwater Management Program Plan through August 7th. The revisions to the 2024 Stormwater Management Plan are needed to reflect additional requirements established in the new 2024 through 2029 NPDES Phase 2 Municipal Stormwater Permit, which will be effective on August 1st. The plan and instructions for making comments are on Renton's website at rentonwa.gov/NPDES. Join us July 26th through the 28th at the 2024 Renton River Days celebration and dive into an array of activities that unite the community in a midsummer celebration of fun. Discover for yourself where community grows. Visit rentonwa.gov/riverdays for a map, daily schedule, and all the details. Don't miss the drone show at Jean Coulon Park, the Wenatchee Youth Circus, Summer Bazaar, Foodie Fest, Chalk Art Competition, and the Rubber Ducky Derby, and so much more. The Renton History Museum will be open during the Renton River Days week, Wednesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Sunday from 1 to 4. Come in and enjoy craft activities for kids and adults and see our exhibits With This Ring about the history of marriage in Renton and a plate at the potluck about Renton's international foods. Admission is free. The museum is located at 235 Mill Avenue South, 1 block south of Liberty Park. The museum's new phone number is 425-430-6440. Information about preventative street maintenance, traffic impact projects, and road closures happening this week can be found at rentonwa.gov/traffic. All projects are weather permitting, and unless otherwise noted, streets will always remain open.
All right, thank you. And we're going to move on to audience comment. We do have somebody signed up virtually and in person. When I call your name, please step up to the podium. You'll have 3 minutes to speak. There's a timer right in front of the city clerk there. I want to remind everybody that all remarks must be addressed to the council as a whole. If a response is requested, please provide your name, address, including email address. First up is Edgar Taylor. Edgar.
Hi, thanks, Mr. Mayor, Council. I wanted to come talk about Philip Arnold Park and our neighborhood, Renton Hill. We moved here in '08, and it was a nice, quiet, safe neighborhood, and we felt felt as such for 15 years until that park got renovated. And there's loud parties every Saturday, every Sunday since the weather got nicer. And it can be a little bit of a nuisance, but I can deal with that. But the violence that happened 3 weeks ago yesterday really hit home, hit us personally. We thought it was 6 bullets. We found a 7th one today through the front of our home, into our dining room, into our kitchen, hit several personal items, and through multiple walls, and it has really shaken us. And so I wanted to come here. I've never come to one of these meetings before. I kind of had thought about it, and now all of a sudden I feel like I have a duty to do so. So I wanted to bring that up, and I don't want to just come and complain about things. I do have some thoughts that I would really like to see happen. I would love to see a stronger police presence, especially when there's going to be gatherings, because there's gatherings of hundreds of people every Saturday and Sunday. And if there's going to be that kind of, occupancy, I think there should be a police presence up there. I'd love to see some parking regulation. I feel like once the parking lot's full, it's probably at capacity, but there'll be, all up 7th Street, there's cars lined up on the grass. And so, I feel like if there were no parking signs along that area, I think it would probably limit the population that gets in there. I'd love to see some cameras up, so that if there's gunfire coming through, and there were literally people ran through our yard, and gunfire from our yard back towards the park, and there were dozens of children playing. We're all very fortunate that no children got hurt, nobody in our home got hurt, none of our pets got hurt. So, in that regard, feel very lucky. But I would really love to see some action taken to make us feel safe, not just us, our whole neighborhood. Everybody feel safer in Renton Hill. So, thank you.
Thank you very much. So, I will make a few statements here. So we're actually neighbors. I live on Renton Hill also. And yes, there's definitely been an uptick in activity in that park. One of the issues is it doesn't have a structure, so it's not folks aren't signing up like in other parks where they reserve that park. So there's no forewarning that there's going to be a lot of people in that neighborhood. It's definitely something that we've talked to the chief about, more police presence. We have talked to Public Works about looking at the parking. The problem is we start making no parking along, I think it's High, then the neighbors that have friends over have nowhere for them to park. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. So it's definitely an issue that's that we're taking a look at and see what we can do to help address. So
how many people are to this party that we just had?
they're not contacting you. As soon as the meeting's over, I'll come and talk to you guys personally here. We can have a conversation about it. But yeah, it's definitely something that's escalated probably over the last 3 or 4 weeks, and I'm really sorry that you had. I can't imagine. I was notified in real time, so I was hearing what was going on and the efforts to try and find the folks that were in the middle of that. So feel really bad for you. I'm sorry that you're having to deal with that. I can't imagine the trauma. And frankly, my kids play in that park. So yeah, it's thank you. Okay, and then we do have somebody signed up remotely to speak.
Mayor,
Yes.
we have a speaker that is Carter Former. Carter, go ahead.
Hello, Carter.
Hi.
There you go. We can hear you now.
Can you see me? Or just hear?
We can hear you.
Okay, but you can't see me?
Nope, just hear you.
Oh, okay. I was going to show you my adorable dog that's been traumatized by fireworks. Anyways, So I will probably be known to you all as the fireworks complainer woman. And I've written countless emails and phone calls, and only a couple of you have gotten back to me, which was very disappointing, but I appreciate the people that did get back to me. I have proposed, and I've been proposing, and I'd like to see action on this, that because of the rule that police have to see someone lighting a firework in order to give them a citation, which obviously most people are not going to be stupid enough to do that in front of a police officer, that the council passes something where you can give people a citation for a noise violation. And I asked police why they couldn't do that now, because obviously some of these fireworks are as loud as a bomb. But he said that you all, city council, needs to make it a thing, where you make an official thing that it can be written as a noise violation. A lot of times these people are doing it from their backyard or right in front of their house. So that seems totally doable to give them a ticket for that. And if they continue to do it, as I understand from a noise violation, the fine increases. And if you continue to do it, you can actually be arrested. And I'm proposing that. I'm also proposing that the police use drones to catch people lighting the fireworks. I'm also proposing that the city does a whole education program before the summer starts with signs that have pictures of terrified dogs and veterans saying, not everybody enjoys these fireworks, please be considerate. Also, that firefighters go out before June to things like the farmers market and other public events and educate the public how incredibly dangerous it is. Every year something catches on fire. This year, I read how the fire came within 3 feet of an apartment building before the firemen got there. You know, a couple of years ago that 2 businesses were destroyed at the landing. It needs to be taken seriously, and I have sent you all links to what California has done. California, you can be fined up to $50,000 and go to jail. Now, finally, Dave, the Upgrove's assistant, finally gave me some answers and said that it's capped at $1,000, and that's a state thing, but nobody has told me that until she did. So I propose that you ask the governor to unrelease that cap so we can make the fines formidable, because right now, nobody pays any attention to the fact that it's illegal because they know nothing is going to happen. They know they're not going to get fined. They know it's not going to be enforced. There has to be something done to make it more enforceable and to be more of a deterrent to doing it. What spurred the town in California to do it was a woman died when her house caught on fire. I think it'd be very foolish for us to wait until that happens. There are things that can be done. And it's not like I'm some cranky old lady who's complaining about a couple hours of fireworks on July 4th. They started June 14th. They've continued almost every single night. And it's unfair that the whole community has to suffer for 3 months and worry about their house or their business being destroyed so a couple idiots can get their yayas lighting off fireworks that are as loud as a bomb. These aren't like the little tiny fireworks we had as kids. These are industrial grade, loud as the bomb fireworks.
Okay, thank
So
you.
I would like to. So my email is carter@gmail.com.
Yep, please.
I would like to hear action on this.
Yep. We have your email address and we will be getting back to you.
Mr. Mayor.
Yes, council member.
Ms. Farmer, this is Valerie O'Halloran. Thank you again for reaching out to me. I did have a conversation with Chief Heitman this afternoon. He has responded to your email. I have also forwarded to him the email that you sent me, so you shall be hearing something.
Excuse me.
Yes,
You made Chief Schultz.
Oh, sorry, Chief Schultz. Got my fire and police crossed.
Okay. All right. That's everybody signed up. We are on the consent agenda. There are 5 items for council consideration. Are there any that you would like to pull for separate discussion?
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Council President.
seeing none, I move we adopt the consent agenda as published.
Second.
It's been moved by Council President Prince, second by Councilmember McGurven, that the council adopt the consent agenda as published. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. All right, motion carries. We're on to unfinished business. Council President Prince.
No unfinished business, Mr. Mayor.
Councilmember McGurven.
No unfinished business, Mr. Mayor.
Councilmember O'Halloran.
Yes, Mr. Mayor.
Hey, Finance Committee report. The first is approval of claims and payroll vouchers. Finance Committee approves the following payments. Accounts payable, total payment of $13,180,947.56 for a number of vouchers, including payroll benefit withholding vouchers. 2 is payroll, total payment of $2,071,181.38 for payroll vouchers that include 789 direct deposits and 6 checks. This is the June 16th through 30th pay period. And finally, municipal court vouchers totaling $23,481. This is signed by the committee chair and member.
Mr. Mayor,
Councilmember Halloran.
I move the council concur with the Finance Committee report.
It's been moved by Councilmember O'Halloran, second by Councilmember Perez. The council concur with the Finance Committee report. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
All right, the next report is regarding acceptance of a grant. The Finance Committee recommends concurrence in the staff recommendation to authorize the mayor and city clerk to execute the grant agreement with Association of Washington Cities for the Alternative Response Co-Responder Program to receive $185,000 for reimbursement of the Project Be Free co-response contract costs, subject to approval as to legal form. This too is signed by the committee chair, vice chair, and members.
Mr. Mayor,
Councilmember O'Halloran.
I move the council concur with the Finance Committee report.
It's been moved by Councilmember O'Halloran, second by Councilmember Perez, that the council concur with the Finance Committee report. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Okay, the next report is actually an agreement for co-response services from Project Be Free. The Finance Committee recommends concurrence in the staff recommendation to authorize the mayor and city clerk to enter into an agreement with Project Be Free in the amount of $185,000 for co-response services on domestic violence calls with the Renton Police, subject to approval as to legal form. This too is signed by the committee chair and members.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Councilmember O'Halloran.
I move the council concur with the Finance Committee report.
Okay, it's been moved by Councilmember O'Halloran, second by Councilmember Perez, that the council concur with the Finance Committee report. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Okay, the next report is regarding a settlement participation agreement with opioid distributor Kroger. The Finance Committee recommends concurrence in the staff recommendation to approve and authorize the adoption and participation in the Kroger opioid distributor agreement to receive additional opioid remediation settlement funds through the Washington State Memorandum of Understanding. The committee further recommends authorization for the mayor to sign any future opioid litigation settlement agreements with additional litigants and any other related forms as necessary to participate in and acquire future settlement funds pursuant to the One Washington MOU, which was approved by the council on September 12th, 2022. This is signed by the committee chair and members.
Mr. Mayor,
Councilmember O'Halloran.
I move the council concur with the Finance Committee report.
Okay, it's been moved by Councilmember O'Halloran, second by Councilmember Perez, that the council concur with the Finance Committee report. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Okay, the final report from the Finance Committee is regarding a grant, an energy efficiency grant with the Department of Commerce for the City of Renton buildings. The Finance Committee recommends concurrence in the staff recommendation to authorize the mayor and city clerk to execute the energy grant with Washington State Department of Commerce in the amount of $267,626. The work performed under this grant and amendment include all design services and construction necessary to complete the city portion. This consists of optimizing the HVAC controls and LED lighting for Renton City Hall, Henry Moses Aquatic Center, the city shops, and Liberty Park. All work is anticipated to be completed by June 15th, 2026. This is signed by the committee chair and members.
And Mr. Mayor,
Member Halloran.
I move the council concur with the Finance Committee committee report.
It's been moved by Councilmember O'Halloran, second by Councilmember Perez, that the council concur with the Finance Committee report. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. All right, motion carries. We're on to Councilmember Rivera.
No unfinished business, Mr. Mayor.
Councilmember Van.
No unfinished business, Mr. Mayor.
Councilmember Perez.
No unfinished business, Mr. Mayor.
All right, then we're moving on to legislation, and we have none. So on to new business. Council President Prince.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. On Monday, July 29th, it's the fifth Monday, we'll have no meetings. So then on Monday, August 5th, 2024, at 5:45 p.m., the Committee of the Whole will be meeting in the conferencing center. We have one item on the agenda, council standards and ethics. Then at 7 p.m., we'll be meeting in chambers as full council. That's all, Mr. Mayor.
All right, thank you. Councilmember McGurven.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to announce the Transportation Committee will be meeting on Monday, August 5th at 5 p.m. in the council conference room and via video conference. There's one item on the agenda. That is a change order number 20 to CAG 22163 with Pavetta Brothers Construction Incorporated for the Rainier Avenue South Corridor Improvements Phase 4 project. That's all, Mr. Mayor.
All right, thank you. Councilmember Halloran.
I have no new business, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, Councilmember Rivera.
I also have no new business, Mr. Mayor.
All right, Councilmember Van.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The Utilities Committee's meeting for August 5th, it's canceled.
Okay, thank you, Councilmember Perez.
No new business, Mr. Mayor.
All right. What is the wish of the council?
Move we adjourn.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved by Council President Prince, second by Councilmember O'Halloran, that we adjourn. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. We're adjourned. Thank you.